Welcome to episode 4 of my Relocation franchise. I hope you enjoyed the video that went up earlier today. So we obviously up the difficulty, and now we're travelling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So turn 1 just like us. Full game. Pardon me. Head coach. So smash plays are out. Apparently what's going to work against the Colts. And obviously this is pre-AB losing his mind and diving off the deep end. So AB is in my team.
This is Madden football.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be fielded at the 6. Heading out now to lead the Colts, Andrew Luck in his 7th year now out of Stanford. A season ago, 39 touchdown passes. That might win a title most years, but he was second to Patrick Mahomes in 2018. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd year running back. He's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
No, you got the first down, unfortunately.
You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on first.
Hold him at the line.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask.
Damn.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Luck defers to Mack, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the 1st quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And we'll push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck.
Sack that QB. Give him that sack.
Escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Leading them out, their 6-year quarterback. Hailing from Fresno State, that's Derek Carr.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Should have picked
There's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Luck hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled down. The first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And then interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again is Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game?
Whoa, hold on. Now. Sorry about that, it's to do with my son.
Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Let's try pass it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas. And got his man complete. What a play that turns out to be. Yes. 36 yards.
AB.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Luck now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Funches hands it complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Love. It's caught by Funchess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr gives it a shot. He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out.
Take that. Get the sack.
Taken down. LaMarcus Joyner.
Bam,
It'll go
bam.
as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Caught left side by Funchess. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at the 18.
That didn't work.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
30-yard
Give him
reception.
30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Love. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now Carr on the move to his left. He's going deep for...
Give me that ball. Thank you, OB.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Carr, flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Jacobs, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that.
It's not what we needed or wanted.
The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to skip them more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Luck able to get this one to Mack. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Tahir Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And some room to roam now. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns, 1:06 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A pretty big opening there on 1st down, 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33, sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st down, Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted.
And that
should do it. picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
There's not still a chance.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Ooh, so we can go London, market size is huge, personality is loyal. We can go Mexico City, huge, hardcore. Toronto, large, loyal. San Antonio, average. Orlando, well, aren't we already at? Oh no, we're not at Orlando, are we? Salt Lake, Brooklyn, Memphis, Chicago, Sacramento, Columbus, Portland, Austin, Dublin, Houston, St. Louis, San Diego, Las Vegas, London. Let's go London. Answer the media questions. You're officially moving this franchise after the season, but why do you assume you'll be more successful there than here? Because it's good business, and we'll now head to a much bigger football market, which is important for the health. At the end of the day, it was hard to get free agents to come here. We have a new stadium in a new city, so it becomes an easy. I get that many of our fans are upset, but long term this move allows us to bring a whole new generation of fans. Oh. LG. So C we need. Yeah. So yeah, we're moving to London, baby. As we take on the we're 2-2, and this is a London game, and we're at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, aka the Lane, with the home team. So let's jump into it. Do your job at home, bring the pressure, 4 sacks, rush for 150. Bow, bow.
Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the start of Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's our first transatlantic game of the year, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as a home team taking on their former All-Pro Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime. But first, let's get you across the pond to good old London, England. Standing by, Brandon Godden and
They've
Charles
done
Davis.
amazing.
Okay, Coach, thank
With
you. We are about
how they've made the lane look.
miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and
of course
the
it's
Oakland
raining.
Raiders.
So we get ball at half.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
We often overuse the term heart and soul when we talk about a player being just that for his team, but not in the case of Kyle Long in Chicago. He's shown his ability to be a Pro Bowl guard, a Pro Bowl tackle. But it's his passion for the game, his passion for his teammates that sets the tone for the entire team.
That's a bad start.
Not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
Those are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flushed out right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On second down now.
That's the first down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 11 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky. That is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing on second down. Carr. They'll roll him out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
No, I'm getting frustrated now.
Back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky.
Yes.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
There's a flag, though.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Fuck.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Now Carr eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr take him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. On the draw, Richard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the
first down, please.
So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in.
No.
Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's caught. It's Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Behind.
Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Here's Carr, flush to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on 3rd down. Carr flushed out right. He gets it to Brown, complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
No.
So we reach halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
I should.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr eluding the pressure right. It's caught.
Give me that ball.
25. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Cool.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
Fucked it big.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. Let's start at the 32-yard line. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier.
How has he kept hold of that?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery.
I'm getting frustrated.
Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big
He just can't seem to stop him on defense.
He'll be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A first down throw for Brissett. Being chased out left. He's going deep for and that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, Brissett escaping the pressure right. And the pass complete to Ryan.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he
11
finishes
points
off the
behind
big play
now.
in the end zone. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I really don't know
now
what
they
happened.
face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it. A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Thank you.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Brissett steps up, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Brissett steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. To throw again on second down. Brissett flushed out right. Going for it all. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 50.
Now Trubisky lost the football. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, it's Montgomery. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So Carr and the Raiders now down by 11, 34 seconds to go.
They scored
it's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down.
So no, the score we lose by 4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play fake. Brissett sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
1st down, Brissett rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brissett eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
And that is all she wrote.
Run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.
Ugh. We're now 2-3. Oh, choose an aim. Raiders, Bulldogs, Black Knights, Monarchs. Looks like found it interesting, like not interested at all in the rate. Surely we've got to go Monarch. Uniform. So London Rocks put for this one. Very nice, looks flashy and royal. Just like a Monarch's garb should. 10%. I went ahead and voted for this style. Will they pick it? Question mark. Monarch might. Great design. They should just go ahead and choose this one. Ooh, but that's... Bless me. Oh. What game week are we? We're going week 7. Oh, let's check our injury roster. Cool. Our quarterback is back. Cool. Next episode we'll take on Green Bay. We'll travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers, and We'll travel to Houston to take on the Texans. That will probably do 2 games per video, I imagine. So week 7, 8, 9, yeah. How are we doing in our general? Ugh. We really need to beat. Where are the Packers? They're 3-3. We really need to beat them. Right, I hope you enjoyed the stream. So yeah, as you can see, we are moving to London, and we're changing our name to the Monarchs, which seem to be the fans' favourite. We've chosen a uniform which seems to be the fan favourite. So hopefully, you know, I'm not expecting to win the Super Bowl this season, but our first season in our new home, I would love to win the Super Bowl. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I've been Richard D. Creswell. You've all been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.